the question
Got
of
it.
how do we combat age-related weight gain with regenerative medicine? And it's really simple. I mean, for me, I take it for granted. That's just part of the transformation. While we restore your testosterone levels, growth hormone, all hormone levels back to youthful states, everything improves. We see improvement in muscle mass, muscle metabolism, glucose metabolism, lipid metabolism, fat metabolism. So we see gradual changes in body composition just from balancing testosterone. And when we add optimizing growth hormone levels to that, we just see people feel leaner and that the fat just kind of melts off. Well, we also have other new technologies besides that. Everyone knows about the GLP-1 inhibitors, Ozempic, Mounjaro, tirzepatide. And so we do use these as well. Even the FDA has recently approved them for prevention of heart attack and stroke. And so one of the foremost studies in the last decade was the TRIM study, the word TRIM with two I's, and it was DHEA, metformin, and growth hormone. And in that study, we found that mice live longer. Well, that's what launched the metformin craze. Metformin is a diabetic drug, but it can mimic caloric restriction. And when hormone levels were optimized and calories were restricted, mice lived longer. Well, the same applies to us. And so we know that caloric restriction is important. We've used metformin for that for quite some time. But now the diabetic drug, which is also / weight loss drug, semaglutide or tirzepatide, do the same. And so they have significant longevity implications while helping us get back to just a more lean body state, better muscle mass, less body fat. A lot of times this journey is started just for aesthetic reasons. And to me, I don't care how we started as long as we started, because I know what the results will be when you have better muscle mass, better muscle metabolism. You feel like exercising again. You're getting stronger in building muscle mass. You are never too old to build muscle mass, but without adequate hormone levels and testosterone, it's virtually impossible. So as we do all of that, we use, as we say, the power of regenerative medicine, which is the fundamentals, balancing hormones, looking at peptides, growth hormone, things like the GLP-1 inhibitors. The results can be really staggering. I have a number of people that, I might not see them for 3 or 6 months, or we're doing phone follow-ups, and then they're here in person. I'm like, man, you look like a different person. It's like, well, I feel great. I'm like, well, good. And that's the goal, is that we restore that vitality in a healthy way that helps assure that our motto, to help you live better longer, comes to pass. Well, I mean, the most simple explanation for why we gain weight as we age is based on changes in our metabolism, in our body chemistries. As we slowly lose our hormone levels, things don't work the same. People understand the analogy I give them of our wireless communication system. We know to make our finger move that there's a wire that runs from our brain to the finger, our nerves. Well, our wireless communication system are our hormones. And as our hormones decline, our cells can't talk to each other. And so as we improve that, it just naturally changes. And so it's pretty exciting. It is something that if you haven't experienced, I would encourage you, get some blood work done, seek out an expert. If you want to talk to me, click on the link below. We'll schedule a telemedicine call and go over things and see if we can come up with a plan that will help you live your very best.